The hidden truth about astroturfing, corporate deception exposed. Learn how astroturfing manipulates public opinion through fake grassroots campaigns and corporate deception. Discover the truths behind the facade. Unmasking astroturfing, the corporate deception you didn't know you were witnessing. Hey, I've got to tell you about something that's been on my radar lately. This whole thing called astroturfing. You ever heard of it? At first it sounds like some sort of gardening technique, but nope. It's actually a sneaky marketing and PR tactic used by corporations and sometimes even governments to manipulate public opinion. And honestly, it's wild how often it happens right under our noses. So here's the lowdown. Astroturfing is like fake grassroots activism. Imagine a company wants to sell a controversial product or push back against some criticism. Instead of dealing with honest conversations or transparent marketing, they create fake grassroots support that looks like it's coming from real people, regular citizens, but is actually orchestrated behind the scenes. It's like a puppet show, but instead of strings, it uses social media accounts, fake reviews, paid influencers, and even bots. What makes this deceptively dangerous is how it can shape public opinion without anyone realizing. For example, some corporations have been caught running campaigns to promote their interest while pretending to be independent community groups. You might see multiple social media profiles blasting out the same messages or testimonials that sound suspiciously scripted. And it's not just about selling products. Sometimes it's about shaping political narratives or influencing policy. Let me break down a couple of ways astroturfing plays out. Fake reviews and testimonials. Companies buy or manufacture reviews online praising their products or discrediting a competitor, creating a false sense of trustworthiness. Social media bots and paid influencers. Automated accounts flood platforms with talking points supporting the campaign, while influencers are paid to subtly push a message without disclosure. Phony citizen groups. Some firms set up organizations that appear to be independent watchdogs or people's coalitions, but are secretly funded by the companies themselves. I know it sounds like conspiracy theory stuff, maybe something you'd hear about in a government conspiracy. That's why it's so hard to see through it. But it's very real, and the goal is to manufacture the illusion of popular support or consensus. When you think about it, this tactic can really impact huge things, like debates around environmental policies, pharmaceutical profits, or even untrue allegations aimed at competitors or whistleblowers. For instance, in some cases, pharmaceutical companies have sponsored astroturf campaigns to downplay side effects or inflate the effectiveness of certain drugs. These fake grassroots movements might push back against genuine criticism, making the public believe the product is safe and widely endorsed. This has real consequences for public health and trust. And the kicker? Often it's quite hard to prove who's behind these campaigns because the companies use layers of anonymity. Shell organizations, subcontractors, and complex funding webs keep the truth well hidden. There's a cool new novel I stumbled across called The Ultimate Frame that fictionalizes this very idea of corporate and political deception with a high-stakes thriller vibe. It's written by Andrew M. Semple, and it really captures the tension and murkiness of how these hidden power plays unfold in real life. If you like stories with twists about manipulation and secret agendas, you definitely want to check it out. Discover this thrilling novel by Andrew M. Semple today. It's a gripping read that might make you look at the news and social media a little differently. So, next time you see an overwhelming flood of support for a particular stance online, or a suspiciously one-sided grassroots campaign, remember it might just be an astroturfing operation. Being aware is the first step toward cutting through the clutter and spotting the real voices behind the noise. Thanks for hanging out and hearing me ramble about this fascinating, if somewhat troubling, piece of corporate deception. Stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.